Hello everybody, welcome to another fantastic episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. I do everything on this channel that has anything to do with alcohol and anything to do with coffee. Pretty amazing. But the way I have it broken down so you can find everything is I have the most extensive, easily navigatable category and subcategory playlist on YouTube just for you. You prove that, go through that playlist. You're going to be hooked, you're going to be amazed, you're going to be shocked, you're going to be awed. And that's a fact. I am the mega mall for alcohol here. Okay? You don't have to go to 1,000 channels looking for all your alcohol reviews or coffee reviews. I have them all right here. You're here. All you have to do is check out the playlist. Easy to prove. Just check it out. Give me a sub and we'll get started. Go ahead. Let me hear it click. Perfect. Also, if that isn't enough, every single comment, the first one is always pinned because it has a link to whatever I'm reviewing. And today, very excited about Stellum Bourbon Equinox #1. All right, look at that. All right, on here it says Equinox #1, cast strength blend of straight bourbon whiskeys, Stellum Bourbon, made by Barrel Company. 117.26 proof, distilled in Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. They source whiskey from all three of those places. This is a sample sent to me by the company, and I am very excited to get it. Now, looking up at some stuff on this. As if there weren't enough bottles of American whiskey for collectors to keep an eye out for, Stellum Spirits just launched the new Stellum Black Specialty Blends. The series' limited edition releases combines the best barrels of bourbon and rye from America's three main whiskey states, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana, into high collectible bottles. Stellum is produced by Louisville's Barrel Craft Spirits. The company founded by Joe Beatrice that is well known and regarded for its excellent sourced whiskey blends. While Barrel releases batches several times throughout the year, as well as special cask finished blends, Stellum keeps things relatively simple with its core bourbon and rye expressions. But these two new releases find Beatrice and his team stretching their whiskey wings a bit. Stellum Black Specialty Blends evoke the familiarity of two classic styles of American whiskey, taken one step further through our innovative blending and tasting process, said founder Joe Beatrice in his statement. Each limited release blend has an alternate blending profile that incorporates reserved barrels from our stocks with the original Stellum blend. Wow. The new blends will replace the Stellum Black Bourbon and Rye that were released last December. I know the black rye was very rare and hard to get. What that means is that the base of these blends of whiskey from MGP in Indiana, which is then combined with more mature whiskeys from Kentucky and Tennessee. Stellum Equinox Blend #1 starts with a Stellum bourbon base and is layered with rare sets of bourbon barrels. According to the brand, the name comes from the fact that the blend was completed on the evening of the vernal equinox, and it's bottled at cask strength of 117.26 proof. Alright, well, hey now, let's get started with this bad boy. Damn! Now, I am the strongest man in the world, but even I had a wee bit of trouble getting that cap off. Whoever put that cap on. Alright, here we go. Looky here. There's the color. There it is. Look at that. Now, to show you the color in the bottle, right? Color in the glass. Alright. What do we smell on this one? Let me get the cap back on this. I'm excited. I've tasted a lot. I've been to places where they've had tastings of both Barrel and Stellum. Different, releases. And, well, I've always found them very tantalizing. Wow. It reminds me of, I always say, a lot of times I'll say honey or maple or whatever, but this almost reminds me of like the honeycomb. Of like maple syrup, but from the tree, that's more organic and not quite as fake and sugary as the fake maple syrup. The real, I don't know if you've ever had real maple, oh, if you haven't. But that's what this is reminding of, more of an organic honey, more of an organic maple syrup, not the fake sweet. There's definitely also some toffee / chocolate. Things popping through here. Maybe the slightest tinge of that, like a fresh cut hay. All things I like. Definitely toast the yolk on there. Alright, let's give this sucker a taste. Let's do the acclimation sip first. You know how I do. Alright. It's a big proof. Make sure I don't choke to death. You take the acclimation sip, you numb the pain receptors in your tongue, you open it up for the flavor taste buds here in the next taste. You blow out when you swallow, because if you blow in, that's when you start coughing. If you inhale and then you look like a rookie. So, I'm not judging it now. Now on this one, we'll start to get the flavor. The faint taste, it's not like biting into a honeycomb. It smelled like a honeycomb, but there is a faint taste of honey. Also, I'm sticking with the organic, fresh maple syrup straight from the tree, if you've ever smelled it. It's not the fake chemical crap that you get normally. It's just a lot different, and that's what I got on the smell. That's what I'm getting on the taste. I'm getting the chocolate. I'm getting more wood oakiness than I got on the smell. I'm also getting spiciness, pepper, hot cinnamon. Now I smell the wood more than I've tasted it. And there is a nice orange to this. An orange, maybe even a dark cherry. There's a fruit element to this. As far as the finish, I'm getting sweet mixed with a little bit of the tannin, but the tannin's not really the bitterness of that wood. It fades quick, and then the sweetness kind of lingers on. Okay, very pleasing. Let's put some water in this sucker and see what happens. Put a little more than that. Alright. More of a molasses now. It's just more of an organic smell for some reason. yeah, really brought out the, I won't say it brought out the sweet. It was sweet anyway, but it took any fire out of it. The sweetness now is sitting here. The maple, fresh maple is sitting here. The touch of honey is sitting here. Mixed in with the oak and the tannin from the oak, which is good because it's balancing out that sweetness. Definitely chocolate. Possibly, I wouldn't say possibly, I'm getting orange and a kiss of cherry. Overall, it is very pleasing. I have been a fan of Barrel and Stellum for a while. I have reviewed several of them. I have been to their tastings and tasted different groupings, and so I've been a fan for a while. They are masters, man, at blending. Few companies are, few are, and they are. They get their hands on some good stuff. They got a lot going on. Between the Barrel and the Stellum, they've really been knocking it out of the park. I want to thank them for getting me this. I mean, on the back it says Stellum Spirits is driven by progress, critical thinking, and above all, attention to detail. We've devoted, we're devoted to bringing American whiskey into the modern age with simple, elegant blends and single barrels selected with care and intention. They're here to stay, man. Barrel and Stellum aren't going anywhere. Matter of fact, I just see them growing and growing. Barrel's very popular, and Stellum's right behind it. And this is just going to launch them further into the stratosphere, really. Very good. All right. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.